In a quiet corner of the countryside, there was a small, peaceful village surrounded by green fields and tall trees. Life moved slowly there, and the people lived with simple hearts and warm smiles. In this village lived an old woman named Amina. She was gentle, kind, and known for her bright eyes that always shone with hope. Even though she was poor and her days were often difficult, she never stopped believing in herself. Amina would wake up each morning, breathe in the fresh air, and whisper to herself, "I can do it." Her voice was soft, but her heart was strong. One day, something happened that changed her life. One afternoon, Amina noticed a young boy named Haris sitting alone under a tree. His head was down, and his eyes looked tired and full of worry. Amina walked slowly toward him and asked gently, "What is hurting your heart, my child?" Haris sighed and said in a shaky voice, I feel like I'm not good at anything. I try hard, but everything goes wrong. My friends run faster, learn quicker, and I always stay behind. I feel small, like I will never be enough." His words were simple, but full of sadness. He looked lost, as if hope had slipped out of his little hands. Amina sat beside Haris and placed her gentle hand on his shoulder. Her voice was soft and warm. "My child," she said, "let me tell you a small story." She looked at the sky for a moment and began, "When I was young, I planted a tiny mango seed. It was so small, almost invisible in the soil. Every day I watered it, but nothing happened. Days passed. Then weeks, and still I saw no change. I started to feel sad, just like you." Amina smiled softly, "But I did not stop believing. I kept caring for that little seed. And one morning I saw a tiny green leaf pushing out of the ground. That tiny seed grew into a big, strong tree that now gives sweet mangoes to the whole village." She turned to Haris and said kindly, "You are just like that seed. You may not see your growth yet, but it is happening, slowly, quietly. You only need to believe in yourself and keep trying. One day you will surprise even your own heart." Haris listened carefully, and a small light of hope returned to his eyes. Haris wiped his eyes and took a deep breath. Amina's words stayed in his heart like a soft, warm light. The next morning, he woke up early and said quietly to himself, "I will try again. Just a little more." Instead of feeling sad when he ran slower than the others, he told himself, "It's okay. I am growing even if I can't see it yet." When he studied and the answers confused him, he didn't give up. He tried one more time, remembering the tiny mango seed. Day by day, Haris began to feel a small change inside him, not in his speed or his skills, but in his hope. He started to believe that he could grow too. Slowly and quietly, just like the tree, weeks passed. And little by little, Haris began to shine. One day during a school race, he didn't come last, he reached the middle. It was not a big win, but it felt like a bright sunrise in his heart. At school, his teacher noticed he was trying harder. His handwriting became clearer, and he even answered a question correctly in class. His friends cheered for him, and Haris smiled with quiet pride when Amina saw him running happily through the village. She nodded with joy. Haris had not become the fastest or the smartest, but he had become strong inside, full of hope and belief. And that was the greatest victory of all. Believe in yourself. Even when life feels slow or difficult. Small efforts, repeated with hope, can grow into something beautiful. Kindness, patience, and positive thinking can change any heart, even your own.